Hey everybody. So I thought I'd show you what I was doing today. I'm taking pictures of jewelry for an online craft bazaar I'm doing next weekend. So, yeah, I'm gonna be squeaking because I'm in my old chair. I'm in my sewing slash craft slash workroom, and I've got my photography box, my light box set up. And let me scoot my chair back so I can show you more what I'm doing. All right, so this is where I normally do all my constructive, creative stuff. I've reorganized the room a bit. That still has scrapbook supplies in it and just some decorative stuff. That's my ring light. This is my box of jewelry and kaleidoscopes to sell at the sale, and my big light box. And I have a small light box, but my big light box. And I set up my cube organizers to hold my sewing stuff. That big thing up top is basically my sewing kit with all my tools and notions and so on and so forth. And machines, irons, random this, that, and the other. And more storage and just stuff I'm working with. And then here's my other work table. This thing right here is my hat stand for my crocheted hats. You can see lots of random junk. The kind of yellow basket has baggies with all the hats I'm going to try to sell. These black and white shoes are a project I'm going to work on at some point. I'm going to try to dye them. We'll talk about that another time, though. Buttons for another project. That little bag right there, I got some yarn from Ice, a project coming up. Patterns, more stuff and supplies. Closet with stuff. My costume jewelry armoire, a bag of stuff. That Ross bag has fabric in it that I was going to sell, but I don't know how that's going to happen now, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Random stuff over in the corner. The big rolling tote is my scrapbook tools and stuff, and the little antique or vintage train case is all my knitting needles and yarn craft extra stuff. And that's where I keep my costume jewelry. And that magazine rack has some old, like early 1950s homemaker magazines in it that I rescued when we cleaned out my husband's grandmother's house when she moved into a senior living apartment, and she got rid of a bunch of stuff she had been keeping for over 50 years. So I was able to rescue a bunch of old magazines. Random stuff, just stuff. random random stuff. A Sephora order that just came. I think I'm going to do a video on that. And the stuff in the plastic on the back, that's the extra backdrops for my big light box. A bunch of cards I got. People made me cards. And things I did in make and takes at scrapbook and papercraft events. Took that out of the corner. I'm going to use that as a plant stand when we move. And then back around, this is basically the tour of the room. When I do my little videos showing overhead crocheting and stuff, that's the little thing that I clip my phone onto. But yeah, I kind of like my light box. It works really well. And as you can see, it gives you really good light. It's not, it has, let's see, if you really want to get fancy with it, it's got little portals. You can shoot through, and it's got one on the top as well. But I just use it open. It's good enough. So, yep, that's what I've been up to. And now that I'm done, I'm getting ready to pack up my light box and just set the box with all the jewelry I'm selling aside, or I'm going to try to sell aside with the hats, and wait for next week for that, and then set up for sewing. I was sent supplies to make some face masks for family. So I need to set up my sewing machine and work on that. And I may do a little video on that. So just wanted to do a little tour of the workroom. And I will see you guys again soon.